Hello, everyone. Hope you're having a great Tuesday evening. Hope you had a good day today trading. Just going to do a really quick market recap of, or just my trading of today, what I'm looking at. Also, somewhat of a new strategy that I was just introduced to by the group. And I'll show you a couple trades that I'm looking for that could possibly be swing trades based off of this strategy. It's a strategy that I'm really I'm really interested in. It looks like it has a lot of promise. So I'll show that to you guys, and hopefully it'll help someone out and give someone maybe a good swing trade, or you can also trade it intraday. It's not necessarily I think it is designed for swing trading, but you can still get great moves during the intraday trading. So to let me get into my trades today. My best trade of the day was coin. I'd had another really good day. I met my quota today, and it was somewhat easy to meet the quota today, but it was a rough trading day. I think that was the sentiment from everyone that I spoke to. The price action, I think what's going on, is earnings. We have some major earnings tomorrow. We had some earnings today. It's just a major earnings week. So a lot of times when that happens, people just aren't willing to, drive a trend. It just basically stays within a range and back and forth in the range. So that's pretty much what happened today. It's what we dealt with today, and I think we'll probably end up doing the same tomorrow. We do have, I think tomorrow at close, we have Tesla. We have some pretty decent players that they're gonna have their earnings. So if you guys are in any swing trades, unless you plan on YOLOing it, you may want to scale down or take profit just in case the earnings goes against you. But my first trade of the day was actually was a loss. Well, not what's funny, it was initially a loss, but I ended up getting back in late and turning a loss into a profit. I'll do that one first. So it was TSM, had this huge candle down. I decided to hop in as it was passing the green. Once again, I took a loss on a breakout trade. Go figure. So, and I even said today to the group that I wasn't going to trade it, but you know how the human side kicks in when you start trading and you start watching all your charts, and then you look up and you're like, "Oh, wow." So I saw this rejection here, and this is to give you a bigger picture. We had that huge move up for TSM a few days ago. Whoops. We had this giant move up from its earnings. They had great earnings. Well, I actually did really well on this because I bought right here um on that Wednesday, and I ended up exiting up here. So I did exceptional for this earnings swing trade play. But since it went up so much, I decided to put in fibs. I know that this looks really messy, but that's okay. I put in, these are just my levels that I haven't cleared out, but this is these are the fibs from the bottom, from the low to the high. And if you notice, yesterday the we thought we were going to get the gap fill all the way down here, but when it started coming down, it started hesitating in pre-market along the 50% level, and sure enough, it hit right on the 50% during the day on Monday, and shot up, and then just came back and ended a little up on the day from the open. But then we had a gap down pre-market yesterday, or I'm sorry, today. Today, and whoops, let me get this fixed. And so when the pre-market was going, I noticed that TSM had got below the 50% retracement level, and started rejecting it. So when I saw it rejecting right here, that kind of made me think, okay, we may have a pretty good drop. Problem was is I didn't take it right out of the gates. If I had, I would have been up a lot. Look at this move. This was a huge move. It's a two point move in one candle. Um, but I did go ahead and get in here at the green. I do not suggest doing this. This is not really smart trading. I was expecting this thing to keep going to try to fill the gap. Now, granted, I did have this is my 61.8. That's definitely where I would have been scaling out or maybe even taking profit if I had got all the way down there, because that's the line in the sand, right? If it gets to this and then kicks back up, then it's probably not going to go do the gap fill. Not today, maybe tomorrow, maybe next week. We don't know. It may not ever gap fill, but typically, it may make its way back down and gap fill. Anyhow, so I ended up holding. I held, and I decided once I got back up above the green and closed, I exited. It was literally $18 was my loss, but I had a great setup late day. I was talking to one of the guys in my community. He goes, "Oh man, look at TSM. It looks like it's starting to break through the LRC." Well, sure enough, it broke through the yellow, came out of our 20 EMA. This is what we look for. Broke here. I went ahead and entered the trade right here, and I held it all the way to, I think I took it off on this candle right there. So I ended up with a pretty decent profit overall. I wiped out my $18 loss and I ended up with a profit. So I actually did not end with a loss on the day today, but um, and that's really actually makes for a good day, because look at how the price actually it was a rough day. So let me go. Coin was my bigger trade of the day, and it was a really easy moved without any real reason to worry about it. Did have some hesitation, but once it just kept going. I ended up exiting at the yellow, and then it still got all of this. So typically, as you guys know, if you've seen how my trading strategy, of course, well, first I trade an anchored LRC strategy that is these lines right here. I know they look a little bit busy, but they have a purpose. Okay, uh, this is the mean right here, the cyan. This is a one deviation, a two deviation, a three deviation, four, five, and six, and then the same ones going the other way. These are the negatives for the downside. Um, so once I saw coin come up and break over, I didn't get in as early as I wanted to here. Actually, I saw this happen. I had this move here. I had a close. My entrance is always, once I get a close above, I take my entry here. I missed this part, but I did happen to see this pullback and this candle here. I got in right there, which was really a good entry, because at that point I just got all of that as profit right away. I did I did scale out. Oh no, I did not scale out on that candle. I waited for this candle. I scaled out here, and um, and I didn't add back to any of these. I just held them, and I held this. I held it until it got up to here, and it was a fantastic trade. Really good profit. It was printing pretty well today, so made a really good profit on that. The way I would normally trade this is I use the 20 EMA as my guide for my trend on a 2 minute time frame. Must be a 2 minute time frame. You can try it on others, but it doesn't work the same. But typically what I do is if when I'm in a trending move, I'll stay in the trend until I get my second red candle, and I'll exit. The reason for that is I don't want to give back all of this. And unfortunately, this was a big red candle, but that's just part of trading, and that's going to happen. Um, a lot of times I will exit completely at the yellow or the orange. These are pretty significant levels for a lot of stocks. If you use this, you'll notice that that is where they will literally pivot, and they use as support and resistance very, very, very well. And look at the yellow. So that it's the 2 and the 5 actually. Now some stocks that will vary. So if you're looking at this, and sometimes the blue is key, and you'll see it when it happens. If you're using this, just pay attention to price action. You'll see it starting to weaken. You get a little weaker candle here, got a big wick above, big wick below. Just let you know that it's weak. The buying power is weakening, and then bam, you get red. So the way I would normally trade this is either I would take all profit here, or I would exit on this red here, and then I would wait for the pullback to the 20 EMA and watch for that right there. That would give me my heads up. I would enter on this candle pushing above right there. As soon as this candle pushed up above this, I would be entered. I would be in. And even though it came here, I wouldn't exit, because I don't exit unless I get 2 consecutive reds that close below the 20. Can that cause me to take a loss? Sure. But most of the time, if the 20 is going to become support, you'll sometimes get a red that closes below, but then the next candle goes and shoots above. There is one other caveat to that. If, for instance, let's just say this is my 20 EMA, and I get one candle, this is a red candle, and it closes below, right? If my next candle comes and closes right at that candle, I will give it one more candle. If that candle starts moving below this candle, I'll exit. The reason I do that is because I'm already at a point I'm not going to really lose that much more to allow this, to go. So if it's a too tight red closes below, I'll hold to the next candle, because I've had on several occasions, by doing that, the next candle just drives straight up. So especially if you get a candle like this, and then your next candle is a wick with a red body below here, and then a wick. That just tells me weakness. You may get the push up, or you could get follow through to the downside, but as soon as it crosses, I'll get out. Otherwise, I'll hold it and see if I get the full move. But in this case, I would have been in here. I would have held. I would have scaled out on the yellow once again, since it was such a strong support. However, seeing this candle clear this high, it would have given me more confidence to hold this all the way up, scale out here at the blue, and then see what I get out of it, and then probably exit on that red candle. But that would have made for a very, I would have got a good bit more. However, I got quite a bit on this move. It was really, really great, easy trade today. My next trade was, I basically just did SPX, TSM, a couple SPXs, and a couple and coin, and then TSM. I did not trade a lot today. I just wasn't feeling the market, so I just kind of laid low, but I did make quite a bit of money trading just the few that I did, which I think that's better, right? To be more efficient, less trades, more efficiency. That's a better way to trade. So on my first trade for SPX, I got let me see where my trade was. It was around 12 o'clock. Oh, okay. So yeah, it would have been this trade right here, which makes sense, right? This is my trading strategy. We were arranged in this LRC for the longest time. And then finally, I actually wanted to take this well, I did. I'm sorry. I took this break as it was moving. That's exactly where I was just looking at my time frame when I took my trade. I took my trade on the break. So, and this is just another thing that the way we trade in our Discord is we'll draw a box around consolidation, right? And if we break consolidation, we get in. And this is a breakout move. It's a breakout trade. It's not a, it's not a, we don't, I don't always wait for the close, but a lot of times I will wait for the close and I just enter on this candle. Gives you a little bit more probability of an upside move because of course on this breakout move over, the only thing that makes this or I shouldn't say the only thing, but what makes this risky is a couple issues. One, market makers love to push over major levels really hard like it did here, and then they'll just sell everything out from under everyone. As soon as all the buyers hop in, they just sell it out. That's how they trap you. That's what's called a trap. So it's very risky. I do not uh, I do not really recommend it. It's better to wait for either a retest like right here, which is the absolute best and most probable and the smartest way to trade this. However, I did get in here. I actually scaled out on this push here. I did add on this candle here when I had this pull down and this green push back up off of my LRC and this and my support level here. As soon as that happened, I entered. I added to the position and I held it all the way to the 583. I scaled out. I held the last one to the pink, which was also a long LRC. These levels I give in my Discord every day, guys. So it's not like everyone in the group has these. Maybe not the long LRCs. I do give them out. I don't know if everybody, puts them on their charts. I urge everyone to put these on your charts, guys. Put them on your charts. They matter. It of course went through it, but you can see it had an impact, and then once it went above, it was a pretty good move. Came back down, had an impact on it. This could have been another place. You're extended from your 200 EMA. Your 20 and your 200 are a long ways away. So when that happens, yeah, there's no issue trading back into it. In my opinion, this you could have drawn a consolidation box around this area right here. Soon as you break, boom, you enter all the way back down to here, and you could have traded SPX into the downside on that trade. I didn't get back in. I made a good amount of money because I went in with a pretty decent size on this, so I made a really good amount of money on that trade. And then I had one more SPX trade that was just a small. I think I made like $140. It wasn't a big. I think it was earlier in the day. I think I got this trade here. Yes, that was it. Because I had the consolidation. And I love seeing the consolidation. And you guys should like it too. I know a lot of people tend to think that, they hate when it's consolidating. No, you should have a whole nother outlook than that. When you see this happening, draw a line, draw a box. If it's a diagonal box, fine. Draw a diagonal box. Whenever you break that trend of that consolidation, enter, which is what I did. I traded to here for like $140 and I exited. So it was a quick trade. I didn't like what the rest of the market was doing at that time, so I decided just to take a quick profit. But overall, I had a fantastic day. Once again, if you haven't tried this strategy, guys, I urge you to give it a try. If you don't understand it or need some more information, you're welcome to come and ask me for it. I'll help for free. Let me put out this disclaimer to all you guys. I will never accept a friend request from you. I'll never send you a friend request. So if you have someone doing that that's under my name, it isn't me. I will not do it. I will not accept yours because I don't know if it's truly you or not, and I'm not going to get caught up in trying to verify everyone. So I am just not accepting any friend requests. I will not try to sell you Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. I will not. I will not try to get you to put your money in a brokerage account so I can trade it for you. So just be smart. I will not try to charge you to train you to help you. I will help teach you for free. Just come into my Discord. I have a free section of my Discord that you are welcome to come and hang out, join in the chat in that group, and send me questions. You can DM me, and I will get back to your DMs, but I have to. I, I I won't be sending you DMs unless you've DM'd me a question, right? So if you have questions, do that. I will have the link in the description down below in this video if you're interested in coming in or you'd like to learn about this strategy. Guys, it's so very simple. It's amazingly simple. You don't have to have all the crazy indicators. All you do need to try to learn or get really good at price action and understanding price action. It honestly isn't that difficult once you get the hang of it. It, it, you should learn what or pay attention to what price is doing when it reaches a level that you know is a support resistance level. Speaking of which, these are manually drawn, the big ones. These I also I provide to my members every morning in my Discord. It's under my technical analysis channel, and I do that so everybody has a set of support and resistance levels, so they know where to take profit, what to trade to, um, where not to trade into. Right, that's the most important thing. Most people try to trade into them and they get smacked down, just like on this candle, or trying to get above. You have to wait for it to get above, wait for a retest of a major level so you get the big move. So anyhow, oh, I want to show you the new trade. It's been around for quite a while. It's funny, I haven't really seen it. I've heard of it, but I never really realized what it was. So it's called the Strat, and after I got information on it, I created my own indicators for it. Um, so I am going to show you what and how. Now you can go look up. It's called the Strat, and there's a girl by the I don't remember her name, Sarah. She does videos on it. There's a couple other guys. I think a guy named Robinson or Robert. He does videos. There's a number of people that do videos on this strat. Pretty much all of them are the same. They use this. This is the guide for entries and exits of the type of candles and the patterns that you want to follow. They have all of those are available in the videos, and if you guys want that, I'll have it pinned in my Discord as well. But this is kind of a new swing trading style that I'm going to start using. And for the first one that I believe I've found maybe a really good one is Boeing. Let me get rid of all of these. Okay. I've already put alerts here for me, so I'll know when price crosses. So basically the way it works is on a daily candle, and the strategy I created and it works off of inside bars. And what you want is an inside bar, and then the top and the bottom of your inside bar becomes your entry points. Okay. And I'm not 100% versed with all of it, but I'll try to explain exactly, what I've learned so far. Um, and you can't see that this is a 2. So you have a 2, a 2, a 1. So you have a 2-1 bullish reversal, or you have a 2-1, a 2-1-2 for a bearish reversal, a 2-1-2 for a bullish continuation. That's what I think this one's going to be a 2-1-2 bullish reversal, because this was a downside candle, right? This candle was higher. This was a lower candle. Of course, this one was higher. Well, higher here and there, but it closed higher. So this one is what they consider um, a lower 2, which would be this. And then you have your inside bar, and your entry is above the inside bar. Keep in mind, this is on a day time frame. So you're taking this trade, and you're literally your target. Now this is with the new strategy or the new indicator that I created. It draws these little lines for us. Your target is the high of the candle next to it. Do you have to exit all? No. Sometimes you'll get a move right to it, And sometimes they're really close. So you can scale out, and then if it starts to come back on you, you hop out. The way they tend to trade, the people that created this strategy, they will um, I'll just try to give an example down here. Let's just hypothetically say this candle is the candle that moves up, or this candle is the candle that moves above, and you entered here, and you got this whole move up. They would scale out, right? And then as this moves down and pushes up again, this becomes their stop. They just move their stop up on each day candle. As soon as this candle breaks that, that's your exit. And that's how they trade it. Um, in some cases, when you have like new highs, or you're making you're going beyond levels, like this is a pretty decent move here, guys. If you get this, it's a 3 or 4 point move. Um, you could just scale out all of it, and then if it has continuation, if you want, you can hop back in for a longer term trade. Um, but you also have to scale out, look for your support and resistance. Of course, we know this is going to be a level here that it has to get over. So we may not make it to this, but because we know this is a pretty significant level, 160, you would want to at least maybe scale out there. Of course, when I trade this, I will have all of my levels on my other chart. I went to a clean chart, so it wasn't so messy for you guys to see. So Boeing is one of my top watches for the strategy, and I also made a market watch indicator that tells me um, weekly, daily, 4 hour, and 1 hour inside bars. So I can right away, like if I want to look at a 1 hour, if it's for intraday and I want to catch maybe something moving, I can pull up the 1 hour. I can go over it, take a look at my intraday on the 1 hour. So my strategy, let me see what it's set to. Did I click that? It's set today. I can set it to a 1 hour. I made this a multi-time frame so that you can look at it on a lower chart time frame. So let's just say we're on the 5 minute time frame. So this was the hour inside bar, and what we're looking for is a push above. Something's off on this one, but anyway, I'll have to go back and look at my indicator. I may have had it on the wrong time frame, the one that was set for an hour. So let me do the 4 hour, because I'm pretty sure that one's working. Anyhow, you go over to your scanner or your watch list. You find the level. This is the 4 hour inside bar. If you break up and above this, then your next it's not a lot, but I guess it's not bad. Let's see, 52.87 to 53. It's only a 20 cent move. That would be your scale out level, and you also have your the resistance level above. Of course, we don't have to take every single one of these, but this gives you a great idea of when there's going to be a potential breakout. Can you take them early? Sure, you could just use say if we go to a 2 minute time frame, you could wait for a move back up and maybe a move back over this candle, or potentially the way I would trade it is I'd want to see a move over this candle for a break in this structure right here. Of course, it's only a 2 minute structure, but that's what I would do. I'd wait for it to break over this to get the move up, and you could get in earlier. That's if you really just were hard pressed to trade that specific stock. I would not be. I would look for a much better setup. Maybe coin. Okay, here's coin. That's on a 4 hour. Let me change this to a 1 hour. Let me change this back to a 1 hour. And there we go. So the 1 hour inside candle is right here. And we've already broken that, but we came back down and closed inside it. So we still have a bullish uptrend. We have a higher, a two, a two, a two, and these are higher twos. Each one is a higher two. Each one went above the high of the last candle. So what we would be looking for is tomorrow is a move above this high. If we get a move above this high, our target would be um, this this line right here. So it's a very simple strategy, and it's based off of, you know, the inside bar, and then you trade to the high of the bar behind it. And on a day time frame, if you find these setups really good, you're obviously getting a much better move. So uh, anyhow, that's what we're looking at. I haven't had the time tonight to go over a lot of the different ones that would be setting up. I did happen to go over and see Boeing, which looks very promising and looks like it'll be one that I will be watching tomorrow and the next day for a move above that level. And if it goes above that level, I'm gonna buy some options, you know, maybe 2 weeks out, and do a swing trade on Boeing and see if I can get the really good move on it. Anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was educational. And if you guys are interested in trading a real trading strategy, not one that gives you these fake indicators that's going to cause you to lose money, you know what I mean if you're already attempting it. That's just the way it is. Price action is king. It's gonna show you everything that any indicator could ever show you. Trade to levels, and that's pretty much it. It's very simple. Keep it simple. Use a couple EMAs or SMAs, whichever you prefer, to help you with your trend, or maybe you can do a trailing ATR if you want to use that as a time to stop out. But after that, I suggest you learn how to um, find support and resistance yourself, supply demand yourself, put those on your charts of the stocks you're interested in trading. I suggest you learn how to use the long LRC. It's just the linear regression channel tool, this one right here. I just have it customized to do the levels that I want. If you're interested in that, I have a link, or I don't know if there's a link, but there's a long LRC, how I use the long LRC video that you can locate and find that. And I can also help you if you have questions, you know, setting it up and using it. If you come into Discord, I'll help you out. But anyhow, I appreciate you guys. And if you would, please hit the like and subscribe if you want to see more videos and day trading recaps, and hopefully some more swing trading recaps. I've done pretty good with my swing trading lately, so I'm looking forward to this new strategy. And anyhow, I hope you guys have a great evening, and I will see you on the next video.